In a remote location, one could only see destruction. As the sun was slowly rising, it showed two men, one standing and one seemingly dead. All around the battlefield were weapons, craters, and apparently a large waterfall, no doubt created by the intensity of the fight. This place would later be known as the Valley of the End. The man that was barely standing had neck length long hair, black eyes, and was wearing what appeared to be a worn red armor with plates going around the arms and chest for protection. The man was no other than Hashirama Senju, leader of the Senju clan, and Shudama Hokage, or first Hokage of the Hidden Leaf. Why did it come to this, Mandra? Asked Hashirama to himself, overlooking the corpse of his long-term friend. Now identified man lying on the ground had long, spiky black hair that reached to his hip, covering the left part of his face, including his left pitch black eye. He also wore the same armor style, lying on the ground with a sword impaled into his chest, was Uchiha Madara, former leader of the Uchiha clan and co-founder of the Leaf Village. I'm sorry what it has come to, my friend. I'm sorry, but you chose the wrong path. Goodbye, old friend. May you find peace in the afterlife, said Hashirama as he turned to walk away from the long battle he just fought. His
It's
head
10
lowered in
o'clock.
shame. He couldn't save his friend from his choices. Couple days lower, unknown location. Oh, my head, where am I? Asked Mara, opening his eyes. He immediately shot up and winced from pain in his chest. Looking down, he found that there was a small wooden house. From the looks of it, it was a modest looking house. Small, probably only one person lived there. Easy there, champ. You got wounded pretty badly, said an unknown female as she approached him. Looking at her, he noticed that she had long, smooth blonde hair that reached her waist, blue eyes, and an oval face. She was wearing a brown shirt and a dark blue pants. All in all, standing in front of him was a beautiful young woman smiling at him. Who are you? Where am I? Asked Madra, being a bit wary to the female even though he was weak from the fight. Well, my name is Namakaze Hanako and has to where you are. You are in the rice field country near the ocean, said Hanako, featuring a small smile that didn't go unnoticed by Madra. What happened? How did I get here? Asked an impatient Madra, trying to find out what happened to his memory, as his memory was very fuzzy. So many questions. Just lie down and relax, and you got injured in your last fight and barely made it. You are lucky that I found you and brought you here and healed you. There were times I didn't think you would pull through. After all, not many people survive after getting a sword through their chest. Now, how about you tell me who you are? Asked Kanako, taking into account that the man was a shinobi. I am the great Uchiha Madara, former leader of the Uchiha clan, co-founder of the Leaf Village, said Madara with pride in being a member of the Uchiha clan. A bit full of ourselves, aren't we? Said Hanako, giggling at Madara and getting a glare from him. Are you a shinobi? Asked Hanaka, and with caution, not knowing Yet if he could be trusted, indeed I am. I'm one of the most powerful shinobi in the world, known only to be matched in power by Hashirama Senju, the current first Hokage of the Leaf, said Madra, spitting out the last word with venom. He still hated the Leaf and his clan from not following in his leadership and abandoning him to follow Senju of all people. You still got your ass handed to you, said Hanako, chuckling and going into full-blown laughter as Madra was glaring at her and murmuring something about troublesome blondes. Ah, well, I'm going out for food. Get some rest. Take a couple of months to get back to full health, said Hanako, and Madra was laying back in the bed remembering his loss to Hashirama, but chuckling darkly as he remembered that he got what he was going for. 5 years later in Ricefield country, when a small Minato was running around. Seeing their son trying to fail to stand in the water, both parents sighed and feeling happy about what a wonderful child, a wonderful partner that they loved the other. Although Madara was abandoning his shinobi ways, he decided to train young Minato to defend himself should the need ever arise. Madara was also explained to him that he decided to give him his mother's name because Uchiha were known and feared all over the world. He also explained to him and showed him his Sharingan, saying that one day he would also wield it and know that he is proud of his heritage. A few weeks later, Madra was heading back home, and he quickly rushed to the skill to his to the woods to his house, and he saw a bleeding Hanako, and young Minato trying to hold off a couple of rogue army shinobi. Without hesitation, he quickly dispersed them in a burst of speed and showed just in time to block a sword that would have killed his only son. Activating his Sharingan, he glared at the four shinobi in front of them. By the looks, they were merely Chunin level. The Ame shinobi seen the Sharingan glowing in all its power. The leader of the group asked, Who are you? Shuddering after seeing the Sharingan. And the shinobi knew too well the power of the Kekkei Genkai and its clan members. I am Madara Uchiha, said Madara as the wind blew the hair on his back gave him an aura of power that intimidated even the most powerful enemies. After taking care of them, he said, Take care, son. Madra, a month later, Madra and Minato were standing few miles outside the gates of Konoha. As Madra looked at one final time at Minato. Minato, my son, said Madra, getting Minato's attention. In the last month, Madra trained Minato to be the ground bent on getting his son as strong as possible, so he kept himself safe. During this month of training, Minato had activated his Sharingan, quite a feat for someone so young. Keep Remember to keep the Uchiha name and bloodline a secret from the village, but never forget your legacy. Even though I dislike this Senju, this village will keep you safe and strong. Never abandon your beliefs and fight for what you hold dear. Only when fighting to protect someone to show will show you your true strength. I am sorry to leave you alone, but this is the way. Well, I guess it is, said Minato as he walked through the main gates of Konoha and said himself, I will make father and mother proud.